goodness.
Here today.
Woo!
You came to school.
That was
Awesome.
the Shandellas.
Yes.
It's happy to see you.
About
And
time.
we not like this up for the first day.
Took you so long to get
March 12th.
here.
It's March 12th, 2020. We have students in the building. I mean, other than athletics, but still.
Yeah.
But students in the building that came on regular buses that, oh man, it's super
It's like
exciting.
we're playing school today.
And now,
So
so right
exciting.
now, everybody's sitting there watching us. When right now, three of us are in the cafeteria doing lunch duty.
We're like,
Ooh.
how are they doing this magicalness? And
So-
I'm not wearing a polka dotted shirt today, I bet either.
That'll be the thing. I know. You know what? Sixth graders will tell us that. You're not wearing that announcements today. I know it. I change clothes a lot, so
Give them a paw.
we're changing outfits quite a bit throughout the day. But no, it's happy to see you guys that we're able to make it in here, and then we know we're going to see another group in 2 more days on here. So we're excited. We're just
Very
excited.
excited. Yes, sir.
Your teachers have worked hard. I mean,
They've worked so hard.
we got door signs up, and we've got teachers like rooms set up, and it's just beautifully set up and ready to go. And
I
so many
just hope they're
plans.
just excited as we are. I
It's
hope
like,
they're just
yes,
They are.
they're like,
yeah.
we've got TV studios in their rooms teaching to people in person and people at home. And tell you what,
It's
Yeah,
incredible what's going on
there's
here.
a group here, got a master group of teachers here. You all, but you better just go, you know what? I'm super glad that we have the teachers we do, because they have been working it the
They make
entire time. I mean, my goodness.
Yep.
Cannot, but it's all worth it today to see you guys in here
Mhm.
and have you guys back. And again, too, if you're not able to come back yet, we know that like there's the reasons and the metrics, and I know that parents make choices, and that's perfect. It's fantastic. But we're glad everybody comes here. We're happy to see some kids in person, and we're happy to make sure and I've been happy to see people are online as well. We're just happy to see everybody, but we're getting closer to
Step in
what's
the right direction.
going to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know yesterday, everybody, like all K through 5, went to all their schools. So that's exciting. And so
Yep.
now we've got 6 through 12 coming in today in hybrid waves. So today, welcome our red group.
Hi, red
Most
group.
of you are A through L, but we are happy to see
Glad.
you here. A through K. I get that confused because our counselors are A through L.
I think it's A through K.
It is A through K. Okay. And then
Okay.
there's some other people who have had to switch for whatever reasons, and we've been working on that, switching back and forth for people to help them out, and then some people did it to help us out, and so we appreciate that.
Yep.
We appreciate you. We're glad to have made that work for you. All right, so like now we're all excited, and right now that the 3 of us are going to be getting at the end of lunch duty, we'll be all like, oh goodness, and
I
then
know.
so
I'm gonna be exhausted today.
yeah, I mean I'm
I'm
put on the
predicting
tennis
it.
shoes and roll around. I'm try to make it every class, and
Mhm.
looking at what we wear, like not wearing a mask, because you're going to see us in a mask in the cafeteria. So I'm just going to say that.
Yep.
And so you all better be wearing masks too. So
All right, mask up, Indiana.
mask up. And so I got that cool Wildcat on our homepage, masking up over the nose,
Mhm.
under the chin. That's how we wear masks. We don't have it down here. We don't have it down here. We're all here. We can hear you through the mask.
Yep.
I mean, it might sound a little different, but you can hear me through the mask.
We can hear you
So,
fine.
there you go.
See,
Yep.
Can you hear
Yeah.
me? Can you
Yeah,
guys
we
hear
can
me?
hear you.
We can
You
hear
can
you.
Hear you.
Awesome. Just making sure.
I talk a little louder, but when my experience, middle school kids, that's
Loud.
cool. They're good at talking a little louder. That's
You know how
fine.
to be loud.
They're great at that. We're finally paying off. Middle school kids, your volume is finally paying off. I'm excited. Parents right now too. The parents who send them to school, they might be like, okay, this is a little bit. Okay, I'm good too.
Mhm.
We know parents watch this.
So
We know.
quiet at home.
We know parents. We know parents watch this as well. So, all right. So everybody, here we go. All right. Today is Tuesday, October the 20th, 2020, 10/20/2020.
2020.
And these are your morning announcements, daily announcements. I think we'll start calling them daily, morning.
daily.
No, it still might be a morning for some of them. All right. Don't forget, students starting your day, especially at home, starting on Canvas at msdwt.instructure.com. We're using Canvas here at school too. So don't think that we're not using that at school as well. And parents, westlaneparents.com. It got a huge overhaul over the weekend. has a lot of videos on there that you might want to watch, supply lists, you name it. And kids, you can look on there too. There's no rules against that.
I'm not hiding things from you.
But yeah, we're not hiding anything. So you can see that as well. And so hopefully you might use westlaneparents.com to learn a few things as well. All right, so here's where we are in the schedule. And so those of you who have been here, we are right here. We are in the advisory where we're taking a restroom break and having lunch. And so you have A lunch, B lunch, and C lunch. Don't forget that those of you that are at home, you're starting class about 5 minutes later than everybody else. We want to get the in-person group settled down. And then once they're settled, then we can go ahead and start bringing you guys on Zoom. In some classes, you'll be Zooming with each other. Back in the 7th and 8th grade areas, you'll be Zooming together. And then other places, you'll be Zooming while they're in person. All right. And your advisory teacher will advise you when your lunchtime is, those of you at home right now. And we might also take a little bit of time off of your screen time for the advisory, because you can work asynchronously without a lot of guidance. I know that at some point this week, Diagnostic IXL dance party, we're going to be having that. So I'm not going to make it do it the first day of school though. That seems to be a little bit too much.
Perfect way. Than
But I think they'll be working on we're getting computers for the kids here at school that have not had one. And then for the black group that comes on Thursday, Friday, remember our colors are the district colors. We're not blue and white because that would confuse people, but we're all red today. We're red Wednesday. We're black Thursday, black Friday, because of the school corporation's colors are red and black. And then everybody ends up being a red and black North Central Panther for the most part. 156 to 301. You're going to period 3 today. And then period 4 is 305 to 420. And notice again, the rest of you will be starting this a little later. Now, the fun thing is actually, I'll post these announcements by 8 a.m. So if you want to look at this one too, you guys starting at 9:25 tomorrow morning and 10:44, but I will have parents squared your parents. I'm going to start using that as a verb. Parents squared your parents to let you know what's going on today for different group.
Love it.
So.
And you know what? I know this is all different, and we'll be patient. You guys be patient. Ask your teachers for help. We'll get this all figured out. You guys have done such amazing stuff this whole year. We'll get this figured out.
The one advantage that we all will have coming in today, if you do come into school today, even if you don't know the building, you know your teacher's face.
Yeah,
Okay, you know your teacher's name, you know your teacher's voice. Usually when we come in this first day of school, we don't know any of that. And we're just looking for room numbers. But all the room numbers are everywhere. And again, we'll be here to guide you each day, each period. So don't worry too much about where you're learning to go. We aren't counting tardies until for a little while. Actually, I guess we can count them this afternoon. No, I'm just kidding. We won't count for a little while. So we'll be fine.
Yep.
Cool.
I want to say Zoom number for West Lane, but these are just West Lane in general. I'm going to say be safe. Make sure you log in at home. Make sure you Zoom log in, and your Zoom names is your first and last name. Don't share Zoom links, and don't share Canvas passwords.
And I'm going
Mr. Allen, who are we going to call?
Technology issues.
What's that phone number?
317-254-5566. If you have problems with your computers, that's who you call. Not Ghostbusters, Technology Busters.
There you go.
How many of them got that too? That's the thing. Like we're starting to work in a specific age group. I think we're nailing the age 40 to 55 demographic, but a lot of our kids are younger.
But they remade Ghostbusters. They should know what that is.
They should, yes. They should know that. And it's still a good movie.
Updated version. Yes, they do.
All right, Hispanic and Latino Heritage Month. Remember, we're going all the way till Halloween with this, so end of the month. Today, I want to talk about Mr. Juan Felipe Herrera, and he was the 21st U.S. Poet Laureate, and he was actually the first Mexican-American Poet Laureate from 2015 to 2017. And during his time as California's Poet Laureate, so they have, and the Poet Laureate is like the person for the nation who kind of represents what where we're going. Maya Angelou is probably one of the most famous Poet Laureates for Bill Clinton back in the 90s. And so this was the first U.S. Poet Laureate of Mexican-American descent. And during his time as California's Poet Laureate, He created the I Promise Joanna, or the Yo Te Prometo Joanna project, which focuses on anti-bullying and advocacy of arts for children. And I hope
Awesome.
my students out there who are studying Spanish, I hope I pronounced that correctly, prometo. And hopefully I had all that. So I don't take Spanish classes here, but if I did, I'd know how to speak it because they're fantastic.
That's a good one.
All right, birthday.
Birthday time.
Happy birthday today. I got one, Joseph Solis Velasquez. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Joseph.
And then I think tomorrow or Thursday, we're going to start Students of the Month for October and actually September.
Awesome.
And so that's exciting.
I love it.
So wherever you're at, the mission of Wesleyan Middle School is to develop lifelong learners and globally minded citizens by fostering academic, creative, and social skills needed to achieve excellence in a multicultural environment. Every Wildcat, everywhere, every day gets better.
Like,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the excitement still is, you can feel it in the air. Those of you that came down to lunch today, hopefully you enjoyed it. I know the sled desks are different. They're different, but y'all might enjoy them.
Get a little more room.
Yeah, so you're here.
Yourself to eat.
All right, we've got a lot of winter sports that are starting this week. I did, again, Parent Square, your parents, and I think, again, Verb. But we're going to talk a little bit about today, all the call outs. So for Tuesday night, here are all the call outs for Tuesday night and beyond this week.
All right. Starting off with boys basketball tryouts. Tuesday, 7th and 8th grade male students will be able to try out this week, starting with 7th grade Tuesday, the 19th, and Wednesday, the 20th, from 4:45 to 6 p.m. 8th grade, your tryouts are October 21st, which is Thursday, and October 22nd, Friday, from 4:45 to 6 p.m. They will be here at Wesleyan in the North Gym. Make sure you're here on time at 4:45.
And we do not have after-school buses yet for any sport this week. It should start next week, and I'll let, again, athletic parents know that once we kind of get team set, how we're going to work that.
Yeah, the next is dance tryouts. And we talked about our dance team and how amazing it is. So if you are interested in trying out for the dance team, and remember, it's anybody 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. And you are trying out for the dance team on October 20th, which is Tuesday, through the 22nd, which is Thursday, from 4:45 to 6. Your coach is Coach Peacock. And we look forward to seeing a great group of students come and try out for our dance team.
Awesome. Also coming up this week, fall sports pictures. If you were a football player, volleyball player, soccer, or cross country, you have individual and team photos this Wednesday, October the 21st, from 4:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. here at Wesleyan. Please see your coach for any details. Again, see your coach for the details for pictures this coming Wednesday, October 21st, 4:30 to 5:30 p.m.
Nice.
And tell your folks when you kind of drop you off to stay here because you'll be in and out pretty quick.
Yeah. It won't take long. And then lastly, this is for 7th grade students. And anyone who wants to try out for the cheerleading team, that's also this week from October 20th, which again is Tuesday to Thursday, October 22nd. That's your tryouts for 7th grade cheerleader, 4:45 to 6. And you'll see Coach Bostic if you have any questions.
And then next week, we've got wrestling. We've got wrestling next week. We've got wrestling. Okay, it's not that type of wrestling. But it is cool.
No,
It is one. I will say this: of all the sports I've coached or played or watched, wrestling, I coached it back in the day, in IPS. Loved it. Y'all middle school kids, though, you reach back too much. You reach back too much because you think you're going to get out of something. It doesn't work that way. But wrestling will start next week. Listen for more details. It will not happen here at Wesleyan, though. For those of you that walked around the building already or will walk around the building, we are really short space right now.
Yep.
That little space, like we can't wait for the 7th and 8th grade wing to be done so we can start getting back some of our space. And then we got the 6th grade wing to get done and the world language wing to get done, the music wing to get done. So we're going to be rolling along here, but we're going to be doing wrestling. And Mr. Bogenkamp's ready to go. And he he already said he can't wait for wrestling too. And so that's my invitation to Mr. Bogenkamp. You're welcome. It
You
was
sound
very
just
talented.
like him. Wow. You got
I know, very talented.
That's very-
Wrestling coaches have a certain tone, but yeah, so wrestling's coming out next week. And later on, now we're not certain how this is going to work yet, but academic team is starting out there, getting its percolating. So those of you that have participated in the academic teams in the past, listen for that. It's going to be a kind of a brand new, well, what isn't brand new way of getting to people. I believe we're going to Zoom or maybe Google Meets against other teams. Not certain how that's going to look, but we're going to try that. Now, I don't think for Science Olympiad and Robotics, unfortunately, I don't think there's any competitions this year.
Mhm.
If anything does happen to start opening, then we will again, second semester, maybe even try to do something. But I think after school right now, you're looking predominantly athletics. And again, too, once we start academic team, I'm not certain when that's going to start, but I know that there's been, we've got coaches for it. And then I have been involved with Marion County principals getting us signed up. So once we hear about that, and we got to figure out who else is having teams and working through all that, but we'll start that as well.
Nice.
So,
awesome.
It's nice to hear that.
and then next week or later this week, we'll talk about how the days get a little different the next 2 weeks. I know you're all like, I'm used to this day. Well, it'll just be for 2 weeks, and it'll be as long as you're open to communicate and you're telling your folks and your folks are listening to Parent Square and all that stuff, it'll be fine. Okay. So we're just going to get through this week, kind of just finding our way where we got to be. And then you'll find your way in next week, and we'll keep doing this until the end of December. And then we get to make choices all over again in January and figure out what we're doing then too. But we're going to take this one day at a time.
Was the best. Yeah.
So it's not just an old TV show and a new TV show. It's how we're going to take it. Just one day at a time, one moment at a time, one class at a time. And that should be our next logo for
One
Wildcats.
period at a time.
Yeah.
One period at a time. And so, but I'll tell you one thing though, we can say we are happy to see you.
So
We are so.
I've never heard this song before. It's so great.
And you